Hi, today I'm out in the Smoky Mountains again, and I did a stinging nettle video for you guys a couple of weeks ago, and I deleted it on accident. So I have not redeemed myself yet, so this is my redemption. Today, actually, I have a different species than I was showing you at my house. At my house, I have the Urtica dioica, which is kind of the smaller, more condensed, darker green leaf than these are. This is actually wood nettle. Obviously, we are in the woods. Isabella, do show them where we are. We are in the woods for sure. So, all of this, in this whole patch, this is all wood nettle. And so I use them the same way that I use the common nettle that's at my house. It has a lot of different applications. Well, first of all, the identifying markers are pretty easy. Usually find this one on accident. I was actually just doing a wildflower sketching class, and I was laying down in the weeds trying to sketch a chickweed, and I got stung all over. So I'm in stinging nettle. I wasn't even paying attention to the stinging nettle, I was paying attention to the flowers. So that's usually a pretty easy way to tell. Now, you probably can't see this on the camera, but there are stinging barbs all up and down the stem and also on the top of this leaf. And what's really neat is oftentimes when you find poison ivy or you find stinging nettle, you find this little guy growing right along with it. And this is jewelweed. Now, jewelweed has a really neat property that if you get stung and the formic acid of the stinging nettle here starts irritating you, you can actually get this jewelweed, mash it up, and put it on you. Now, I'm not picking anything here because I'm actually in the national forest right now, and so it's illegal to pick plants. But I've actually walked here with the ranger, and he gave me permission to go ahead and pick a stinging nettle, and I said, I want to know if this jewelweed works, so I hit myself all over the arm with it. I'm actually allergic to formic acids. I'm allergic to bee stings and things like that. And he says, that's the first time I've ever seen anybody crazy enough to do that. I said, well, I want to know if I want to know if your jewelweed works. So I got a big old wad of jewelweed, and I just rubbed it, and I had absolutely no sign of that stinging nettle, and usually it'll bother me for a whole 24 hours. So this is a really neat herb medicinally, and for food it's really good too. So if you steam this, or you dry this, or you boil it, but boiling it it's not necessary to boil, you can really just steam it. The sting goes away. It neutralizes that acid, and the sting goes away. So what we do is we use this like we would spinach. We'll make stinging nettle quiche. We will make stinging nettle with some other wild greens and just eat it as a side. We'll dry this and we'll use this in teas. It's really good. It goes in all of my pregnancy tea blends because it's very nutritious. It has a lot of vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and it even has some protein in it. So this is a really excellent plant to get familiar with, and it's one of those that you either love or you hate. And a lot of people who don't appreciate the medicinal and edible qualities of plants, they really have nothing to do with stinging nettle except for, they hate it because it kind of will take over a patch like this, and people will just go weed whack it down and not really think, well, maybe I could just gather this up with some gloves and make a really excellent quiche out of this. So, real quick, some other things while I'm sitting in this patch is plantain-leafed sedge. This is really a neat sedge. I actually found this really beautiful golden seal here, and the flower has gone, and now the fruit is coming. So this will turn into a beautiful red berry. There's some black cohosh. There's some black, I want Isabella to kind of get some better shots of these. Would you mind coming over here? Black